The topic for the day is Preamble of the Constitution. Now I am going to summarize the Preamble as far as possible. To start with, the Preamble is an introductory to the Constitution, but this single line cannot explain it all. The American Constitution first adopted a preamble, and thereafter many countries including India has adopted the same. Now, the preamble is based on the Objectives Resolution that was drafted and passed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. In the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976, 3 new words were added to the preamble, that is, socialist, secular and integrity. Now this preamble contains certain key words which reflects the nature of the Constitution, and it also contains the objectives of the Constitution. I am going to explain these key words and the objectives in brief. To start with, the first one is sovereign. Our state is a sovereign state. This means that our state is independent and can conduct its own affairs freely. It is no more a dominion as it was earlier. After the commencement of the Constitution, it is no more a dominion, it is independent. Now, being a part of the Commonwealth Games or United Nations organization does not limit the powers of the preamble. It does not limit the powers of the state. It does not bring any limitations on the sovereignty of the state, because these are extra-constitutional arrangements. Therefore, our state is a sovereign state. Now comes socialist. This term was first time added to the preamble through the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. Now ours is not a Marxist socialism, ours is a democratic socialism. Actually, ours is a blend of Marxism and Gandhism. Why is it a blend? Ours is a blend of Marxism and Gandhism which heavily leans towards Gandhian socialism. What does it mean? In Marxism, as we know, that there is equal distribution of resources, but in Gandhian socialism, it means that there is equal distribution of opportunities and not resources. There is equal distribution of opportunities so that people can develop their own resources and can be successful in life, as there is no discrimination. Third is secular. Now, even this word was added to the preamble by the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. But it was already there through Article 25 to 28, where every person had the freedom of religion. Now, according to our Indian state adopts a positive secularism, which means that every religion is equal, has equal status, and will enjoy equal support from the state. Fourth is democratic. Ours is a democratic system. In India, we have a democratic system. Now, democracy can be direct as well as indirect. India has an indirect democracy, as we know that democracy means power of the people. But in the Indian context, we have indirect democracy. Like we elect the representatives, and the representatives have the supreme power to make laws. So, this kind of democracy has been followed in our Indian state. Universal adult franchise, rule of law, periodic election. These are some of the things some of the manifestations that reflect the true nature of our constitution, true nature of our democratic system as well as the constitution. Next is republic. Now, republic can have 3 definitions. First is, republic means the head of the state, who is elected directly or indirectly for a fixed period of time. In the Indian context, we have a head of the state who has been head of the state, who is the president, and he has been elected for a period of 5 years. So, the other 2 meanings of republic is that one is that there is an absence of monarchy, and there is an absolute absence of privileges. So this is what republic is, the most important ideal of our constitution. Now let's come to the objectives of the constitution. Let's start with justice. Justice is the ideal of our constitution. Justice has three dimensions, that is social, economic and political. Social justice through equal treatment of all people irrespective of their religion, caste, creed. There should be equal SCs and STs should be given opportunities to improve their conditions. Economically, there should be justice in terms of equality in income, wealth and property. In terms of political, there should be equal provision of political rights, and every person should have the right to approach the government. Now comes liberty. Liberty means absence of restraints. Absence of restraints through liberty of belief, thought, expression, etc. But this liberty is not absolute. In fact, it's qualified, because a person cannot do whatever he wants in the name of liberty. So this is what is the concept of liberty. The ideal of liberty, equality and fraternity has been taken from the French Revolution. Now comes equality. Every citizen should be treated equally. There should be civic equality, economic equality and political equality. Civic equality in our constitution has been ensured through Articles 14 to 18. Economic equality has been ensured through Article 39, and political equality has been ensured through Article 325 and Article 326. Now comes fraternity. Fraternity means a sense of brotherhood, which this word has been added to the preamble through the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. This act, this actually unites and integrates the entire nation through national flags, national songs. Even the fundamental duties in Article 51A has ensured that every citizen should ensure the harmony of the state and should live peacefully and should promote the sense of brotherhood. Now let's come to the importance of preamble. Why is it important? It is actually a guideline to the constitution. It reflects the religious political philosophy of the constitution. It reflects the aspirations, dreams of the founding fathers of the constitution. Whenever we face some kind of a problem in interpreting the constitution, we can refer to the preamble for it. Is preamble a part of the constitution? This has a controversy. This involves two cases, that is Berubari case and Kesavananda Bharti case. In the Berubari case, the Supreme Court ruled that it is not a part of the constitution. But later on, in the Kesavananda case in 1973, the Supreme Court overruled and declared that no, the constitution is a part of, the preamble is a part of the constitution. And since it is a part of the constitution should be interpreted in the light of the preamble, like the ideas, like the words that has been described in the preamble. Whenever there will be a problem in interpreting the constitution, the preamble must be referred. Now, regarding the amendability of the constitution, there was a question for the first time if the preamble can be amended. This question was first time it arose in the historic Kesavananda case, where the Supreme Court ruled that yes, the preamble can be amended, but there are certain limitations, like the preamble can be amended, but the basic elements or the basic features of the preamble cannot be amended, because the foundation of the preamble cannot be changed. The basic elements cannot be changed. So keeping these things in mind, the preamble can be amended. In India, there has been amendment of the preamble only once. That is in the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. And where three new words were added, that is socialist, secular and integrity. And this amendment was declared valid. So this is what is about the preamble. Hope it was helpful. Thank you.